Jeff Newton here with National VA Loans. To contact us here at National VA Loans, it's 855-956-4040. Or, of course, you can check us out online at www.nationalvaloans.com. Or always facebook.com/National VA Loans. Guys, I want to go over a couple things here, and don't let the heading fool you. We're going to go over a number of different things, but the VA IRRRL funding fee is one of them that I want to go through, and because I know it's a very big, important thing right now because it's very prevalent on the market because a lot of people are able to do a interest rate reduction loan on their VA loan. So we're going to go over that, but I also want to go over the VA funding fee and what it is and how it works and why you have to pay it. So as a veteran, as long as you do not have at least a 10% disability rating or greater, then you will pay a VA funding fee. That funding fee this is not a technical term, but I'll just kind of give it to you in the way that I would understand it, in the way that I am to understand it, is what it is set aside for is all the veterans that do mortgages and all the people that are able to do a VA home loan that small 1% or less of people that actually foreclose and have an issue and have something come up and foreclose on their home, those folks, that funding fee is helpful in offsetting some of those costs. Okay, because the VA does guarantee a portion of all those loans. And with that funding fee, they're able to, number one, make more loans, make them to where they're 100%, to where the veteran doesn't have to come out of pocket with any money. They're able to do cash out, or able to offer the cash out program to where they're able to go up to 100%. They're able to offer the IRRRL program, the IRRRL program, the interest rate reduction refinance loan. And with that, a customer can take, or a borrower can take from that, say a 5% or 4.5% interest rate. And if rates in the climate are better on mortgages and the rates are lower, they could drop down a half point, a point, maybe even 2 points in some cases. So I've seen it as high as 2. I know that. And so that's definitely an advantage. So now that we've kind of got a little backstory on what a VA funding fee is, let's kind of jump into it. Okay. On the VA funding fee chart, this is pretty much about as simple as it gets. You have a regular military individual, so they've served in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps. That's regular military. They were active duty for a period of time, and they've gone through all those. So now with a zero down payment, and it's their first time they're using this. So this is the first time they're buying a home or refinancing a home using their VA eligibility. Then they're going to have a 2.15% VA funding fee. If they have used it in the past, they're going to have a 3.3% VA funding fee. And I know you're sitting here thinking, well, what the heck does that mean? 2.15 and 3.3, is that on top of the rate? Is that added to the fees and I got to come out of pocket with all this? And those are all great questions because honestly, if I didn't do this every day, I would probably ask those same questions. I wouldn't have a clue. So let's just take this and do this as a for instance. So 2.15 and 3.3, let's remember those numbers. And I'm going to pull up my favorite customer here. This is John D. and Jane C. Soldier. I love these guys. They're great customers. They always let me experiment and run some numbers on them. So let's take a look at this. We've already we're looking at doing this as a first time use, so the borrower doesn't currently have a VA loan. So I want to show you what this will look like. All right, so we're going to go back over. We're going to have let's just give it a purchase price of $200,000. So that's about a fair number that you see often on a home loan anymore. So we have $200,000, and you'll notice that we've got their taxes and insurance estimated in here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to pull this out. Any kind of funding fee, I'm just going to remove from it because I want you to see the little effect that it has on your mortgage payment. So if you're following along at home, write this down on a piece of paper so you can remember it. But the payment on a $200,000 at 3.5% interest with tax and insurance and figured in is about $1,248.09. Now, again, like I said, this is the first time old John D. and Jane C. have used their VA funding fee. So we're going to put in 2.15%, which totals up to about $4,300. Now, again, you're asking, well, where does this money come from? Do I have to pay it at closing? Is it a part of closing costs? Is it a side loan that I have? Those are all great questions. The good part is is this is actually calculated in right back into your mortgage balance. So you'll notice here, I'm gonna put it in, that 1248 turned to 1267, about a $19 difference. And that includes now your $4,300 on your loan amount. So now that's just financed in. And you're saying, I've talked to hundreds of thousands, well, not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds and thousands of veterans, because we do this so often. And I can promise you that everyone questions, well, can I bring this to closing? If I wanted to write a check for this? Yes, absolutely, you can. But my point is, and the reason I say this is, rates right now, interest is so low that you're looking at this 3.5%. It depends on what the interest rate is. If the interest rate is low and you can finance the money, then it makes more sense. Keep money in your pocket is my point, and that's what I'm trying to say is keep the money in your pocket so that it's better to be put there than it is to be put into equity into a home. So keep the money in your pocket, make sure you have it available, and then finance this in, and you can see it doesn't change that payment very much at all. So now let's take a look at this as if it was subsequent use, which as everyone knows means they used their VA eligibility before, now they want to use it again. And so we're going to be looking at 3.3% or $6,600. And that takes the payment to $1,277. So it goes up about another $10 to $11 a month. So it's not that big of a deal. It's not that, don't get me wrong, $10 to $11 a month every month and compounded, yes, I understand, but it's not as far as an immediate output or immediate outlay of cash. It's not a big disruption into your daily life. So now let's take a look at 5% or more, and you'll see how this goes down. 10% or more, the number goes down and down. And then reservist, National Guard, the number's a little bit higher for first-time use, and then a little bit higher with some money down. So you can see how that changes there. All right, and then we're going to look at the IRRRL, in which in the IRRRL, or the interest rate reduction loan, it is all the way down to 0.5%. So in the same scenario that we were using of a $200,000 borrower, or $200,000 purchase price, or $200,000 value of a property, if they were going to be doing a IRRRL, that changes this down to, you guessed it, $1,000. And so the new loan amount's now $201, and the payment's $1,252 a month. So you can see how it's really, really worth it to do on an IRRRL. You don't have to worry about coming out of pocket with all that money. And you don't have to worry about the funding fee being up there because you've already paid it, most likely, especially if you currently have a VA loan. All right, get over here. Again, VA cash out funding fee is going to be the same, 2.15 and 3.3. Reserve National Guard is 2.4 and 3.3. That's for first time or subsequent use. But guys, the main thing that I want you to understand is that these aren't things that you have to come out of pocket with. This is something that you actually can finance into the loan, and it's calculated into your APR. So you'll see a little bit of tax break there as far as when you go write your interest off on your taxes at the end of every year. So that's definitely a thing you want to take advantage of. So make sure you talk to your tax person about that. The last thing I want to say is if you are exempt, which means if you have 10% disability or higher rating through the VA, and of course most people know when they are and if they are, if you are exempt and you have that rating and that ability, then you will not pay a funding fee of any type. When we get your DD-214, we will go ahead and submit for your COE. Once we have your certificate of eligibility, it will state right there, exempt. And at that point, we will then remove the funding fee from your loan. So it's a great, the VA loan, just as far as I'm concerned, the VA loan just continually gets better and better and better because there's so many opportunities and they try to take care of the veteran as best they possibly can, which we definitely appreciate, especially here at National VA Loans. We want to make sure the veterans are taken care of first and foremost. So again, you guys can contact us at 855-956-4040. Find us online at www.nationalvaloans.com or check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/National VA Loans. Guys, until next time, thank you very much for your service to our country. Man, I tell you what, I don't know how we can tell you we appreciate it enough. Give us a call and we'll try to find a way to show you our appreciation. Again, it's 855-956-4040. Guys, until next time, have a great day. Thanks.